Welcome back, 5K Finals, Mr. X Foxodon. It's Elevate versus ISO. If you're just tuning in, ISO is up 2-0 here in the finals. Didn't see this one coming. We both took Elevate, and ISO is about to make us both look dumb.
Yeah, Dito is leading the charge, and he's definitely a big factor for this ISO squad. I don't know who I would put in place of Dito on this ISO team. He seems like he is just the X factor. You know,
Havoc has really been
going huge
well.
every map. Havoc as well, mostly in the S&D Havoc, but I feel like Dito's like just all day long been a
Havoc
better.
has a cool character, man. I was telling you.
Yeah. All right, take your word for it. We're seeing Dito playing towards green here. I don't think he's going to see too much action here soon. So I'm going to hop over with one of the Elevate players. They're all playing together on purple, and they already have 2 players dead.
Yeah, Dito, he's going to get shut down over in mid-bio. Looks like we're going to have a flagpole coming in here soon. It's going to be Classic grabbing it for Elevate. Let's see what he decides to do with it. He's going to go Snow. It's one player chasing, going to decide turnaround challenge. Dito's going to pick that one up. The opposite side of the map, we had another player going for a flagpole. It's a member of ISO on the Elevate flag. Nothing able to happen on that side. Now, this is what happens on this map, Fox, right? I mean, we just see craziness all over the map, back and forth, back and forth. It's just one of the wildest CTF maps.
Biolab CTF, bit of a mess, and we saw right off the start that the two Elevate players were able to get 2 kills, and then one of them still had to wrap back to their base because someone spawned up and pushed right into it. So, you know, a bit of a stressful thing right there. You got to keep in mind. Now we're finally seeing the ISO players start to leave their base. You got one player trying to go through ice, but Classic is going to shut him down almost immediately. Now Classic in a good position to pull the flag.
Yeah, Classic gonna try and pull that flag. On board with Temp, actually. He's gonna have to wrap all the way back around. It's a little bit more interesting. The flag's gonna make it all the way to purple. Temp, he's gonna be the line of defense here for the flag, trying to put it in. It's gonna be Elevate going on the board first here. That first cat. Temp's gonna put some shots down on the player, grabbing the Elevate flag. He's gonna be able to take him out, but still, he's gonna blow himself up with the barrel. It's gonna allow Silly to push into purple. It's gonna be 3 players attacking the Elevate base now.
Yeah, we're seeing all 4 isolation players around square and purple, and there's one lone Elevate player inside enemy lines. That's going to be TJ, who pulls the flag right into the face of an isolation player, but he's able to take him down. This looks like a pretty clean flag run for TJ. All of his teammates spawning up right around him. It's smelling like trouble for the isolation squad. We're seeing TJ put the flag, and now they're up 2-0, and a very early lead in the CTF.
Yeah, very nice start to this CTF for Elevate, trying to make a comeback in this series. If you're just joining us, it's going to be ISO up 2-0. Elevate trying to make a comeback. First hardpoint dominated by ISO. Second map, ISO is able to win after Havoc went pretty huge there in the S&D. Now it's going to be Elevate's turn to try and answer back. Temp off to an 8-2 start. Very early, but that's a great sign. If you're Elevate, you need one of your players to go massive and to get that kind of game out of Temp thus far. I know, that's huge.
Yeah, TJ getting the 2-piece inside purple here. There's one other player in his way. I don't think that guy even knows he's there, so TJ is going to get his 3rd kill on a 3 streak right now, picking up the bow. Some very nice shots from the guy in Eskies, but he's not going to come out on top. Havoc is going to let that happen. That was a long-range gunfight with an ASM-1.
Yeah, we usually don't see too many gunfights won with the ASM-1 at that length, but Havoc putting down some phenomenal shots. Going to go on board with Dito's. He's going to be pushing over towards Elbow for ISO. Gonna get on top of purple. He should be able to help his teammates get a pull here. There's a player outside this left area, Snow. He's gonna drop the Slack. Gonna go on with Lamagod. Lamagod's gonna be able to take out Classic. Still, Slack in the back there, causing a ton of issues for these isolation guys. You know, they're not able to push to get this flag. Slack doing a nice job just with his presence being there, holding it down. And as I say that, TJ is gonna pull this one out towards Crane side. Gonna be able to get another flag.
Yep, sitting just around blue, 2 teammates right in front of him. He's going to be able to put that 3rd flag cap in for Elevate. This is looking really bad for isolation. You know, with how well they won those first 2 maps, you gotta wonder, is it just the side of the map that's got them this low? What do you think it is?
Nah, it's not the side of the map. ISO has had no pressure on the Elevate base the entire game. Dito's gonna have that flag. He's gonna get dropped, but if we haven't seen ISO put together a good push, it's really Slack who is playing that base defense, doing a nice job blocking it down for Elevate. And after that, I mean, it's just kind of TJ hiding, pulling out some flags for Elevate, just going on these easy runs. And then you have Classic right now with the flag. It's going to get it all the way out towards green plat, going to back up a little bit. This looks like we're going to get a stalemate scenario here.
Yeah, and as you said, Slack has been the one playing that base defense, you know, being trouble for isolation whenever they even try and get to their base through purple. A team that does something similar would be Rise. Chino does that all the time. I think we saw him win a 5K just a few weeks ago sitting on, every time he would just sit on his base on top Eskies or on top long and just sit there and pre-aim with his bow.
Yeah, I mean, we see Chino do that all the time. A lot of players we see kind of, I don't want to say camp their own base, but play pretty base-heavy play in CTF. TJ almost able to get that flag out. It's going to be picked up by Classic. He's going to have another player behind him in purple, not able to keep that one alive. It's slacked. He's going to win a gunfight. He's going to pull it all the way through that first hard point. He's going to have a chance to put this one in. 4 seconds left. Going to get stopped. The flag is going to be stopped right at the end. Elevate almost able to get another flag on the board, not able to do it.
That flag was right next to the capture point. That would have been Elevate up 4-0 going into the second half, but we saw ISO was able to clutch up at the last second and not let that fourth flag cap go in. That would have been an awful thing to go into. It's already bad, and then it'll be worse with that fourth flag cap in. You don't want to have to cap 4 flags, you know, because for every cap you put in, you got to imagine there's going to be 1 or 2 in return from the other team.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for this ISO team to come back. We'll go on board with Havoc, as he's really the one doing the most for this isolation squad in CTF. Really, the entire series he's been crushing. We'll go on board with Elevate, though, in a little bit, talk about all the good going on with them in this game. We'll go on board with Slack, as he's going to be looking down towards Ice. Not going to see anybody. He's going to have one player challenge him, though. Now going to get an engagement, but he's got players coming from every which angle, Fox.
Havoc should be challenging him here soon. Havoc was actually the one that he was looking at in purple, but didn't want to challenge just yet. As soon as he pushes in, Slack is going to be able to take him out. That's 3 dead for this isolation squad. Silly, the last man standing, but he's also going to drop just outside of purple. Now, TJ is in range to pull this flag, but we're going to see those isolation players spawning front blue. 2 players still alive just behind TJ, who is getting stunned. He's going to be stopped. Havoc with the clutch 2-piece and the flag return. ISO played that so well off the respawn.
Yeah, ISO did a phenomenal job off respawn there. Gonna try and get a flag attempt. It's gonna be Lamagod trying to pull this one out. You see all the shots he is taking. Classic is able to take out Lamagod. Some other players around for ISO trying to get that flag out of the Elevate base. Gonna be Dito. He's gonna be running an ASM1 now, trying to switch over to get them a little bit more pressure on the flag. Dito still gonna drop outside Snow, not able to get it any much further than anyone else. Lamagod's gonna keep it alive. This might be a cap.
Oh, this player in square, though, is going to give them trouble. That's going to be Classic, and his teammate's going to spawn up right next to him. 2 players behind this flag carrier. Slack is going to take him out. Classic is going to drop. Slack's going to get another kill, so that's going to be a flag return for the Elevate squad, and nothing is going to go in again for isolation.
Yeah, fantastic play out of the guys on Elevate. ISO doing anything they can. They're doing a nice job getting some more flag pulls, just not able to convert them into caps. This one, probably their best chance. Lamagod gonna have to win that one gunfight. This is gonna be a flag cap. 3 minutes to go. ISO's gonna be down 2.
That movement is what got Lamagod that kill right there. That was Classic right next to him coming from long, who actually could have stopped him had he not exo-slammed into the window and ran straight through it. So good movement for him. Gonna put that first flag on the board for isolation.
Yeah, isolation gonna get that one flag on the board. You see on your mini-map, there's nobody really in position to make a play for the flag anymore. See, it's going to be Dito trying to push through the middle of the map. Didn't get anything going there.
3 players from isolation coming out of square here. It looks like there's 2 all Elevate players in their base sitting top Eskies. It's going to be hard to beat them when they're in such great position to get the kills, but we're going to see TJ fall to Silly, who was able to get a very nice kill on him, and we're still seeing isolation trying to flood this base.
Yeah, ISO's just trying to flood the front of the base. Nothing really happening for them. Dito's going to get that flag, though. Going to go out towards Snow. 1 player going to be behind him. He's going to get a stun off. That is going to be TJ. TJ's going to get that flag return. Phenomenal play out of him. It's going to be so difficult for ISO to come back down 2 flags 2 minutes ago as Temp pulls this one out towards purple.
Temp with a flag pull. Same situation as last time. Those players spawning front blue, but they played it differently this time. Instead of just pushing straight from circle, they decided to go through ice and get into Elevate's base. So they're just trying to get some more base pressure here and force a stalemate instead of trying to stop the flag.
They're going to get a cap out of this.
The flag's going to go down. Silly is running it through green already. This could be a cap. This is going to be a cap for isolation.
Yeah, this is going to be a cap right there. It's going to be Silly putting that one in. So now ISO only down 1 here. 1:28 seconds to go. Can they make the comeback? Silly going to play right outside of purple. Has a player directly to his left. Able to win that engagement. I like the fact that they just keep putting pressure on Ice and the overextension. We're going to have Lamagod on your screen I would like to see him wait to pull this flag box. If his teammates can pick up 2 or 3 kills, that's when he should decide to pull a flag. His teammate's going to get 2. Lamagod needs to win this battle. He's going to be able to win that one on the flag. He should be able to get this one out. 1 player left in mid-bio. He's going to drop now. As long as his teammates pick up the overextension, they're going to have another cap here. We're going to have a tie game. Lamagod going to be able to put this one in. We're going to have a tie game. 50 seconds left, box. Fantastic plays coming out of ISO here in the second half.
Right, both flags orchestrated so well. That second one, I gotta say, was so smart. They played it differently than the first time. It was a counter cap, rather. Temp pulled it, and they spawned front blue, and instead of just challenging Temp, getting the flag return, they went through ice, put pressure on the base, and forced a counter cap. The first time, they just killed Temp, and that was the end of it, but they got points out of it. So that's great that the isolation squad is adjusting as we see Lamagod pushing into the base, getting that 2-piece. He's gonna pull the flag, or he's gonna try and guide Silly as he's pulling the flag through square. Just 16 seconds left to end this tie and bring it to overtime, but Silly's going to be dropped by TJ, and he's going to get the flag return.
Yeah, they ran that one the wrong way, Fox. They would have brought that one through snow, might have been able to get that one, but we're going to go into overtime here. Amazing that they are able to bring this back, force an OT. Did not see that one coming.
It was looking so one-sided. And look, this is where that 4th almost cap comes into play here. The one that would have been capped, like, what, with a second to spare on the first half? This would have been a 1 game for Elevate. That's pretty crazy. You know, it's crazy they were able to come back like that. ISO playing very well in the second half. I think it was just that side. Remember, at first I said, is it just their side that's messing them up?
Yeah, that side has proven pretty good for both teams here. We're going to go on board with Havoc, start things off, see if he can make anything happen off the break for ISO. This is the side that they didn't have any success on. You're going to see Classic pushing through right away. It's going to be 2 kills going down for Elevate. Silly and Dito going to answer with 2 kills for ISO, and it's going to be 3 kills for ISO as they're going to stop the push of Elevate. Looking back at the regulation, if you were to beat ISO right now, as long as you don't let them score, you got to feel pretty good about your chances.
That's really what it comes down to. We've seen ISO not seeing too much success on this side. It's got to be scary. Slack trying to come back towards squared, but he is going to be shut down by Havoc, who picks him up for the 2-piece. Havoc has been playing so well on this map as well. He came to life in that S&D, and now he's just continuing to destroy people in this CTF.
Yeah, Havoc's had a phenomenal series. Probably, him and Dito neck and neck for the MVP for this isolation squad. It's going to be a few players down for Elevate. ISO should be able to get the flag out. They're going to bring it over towards Snow. Looks like that's going to be all 4 people out from either squad. Both flags being pulled. Dito's going to win a gunfight. It's going to be traded with Slack. We're on board with Havoc. Looks like Lamagod going to be trying to force the issue back at his own base. Flag's going to be returned. Nobody with Havoc to help him get the flag back in. So now it's going to be a flag pull for Elevate. It's going to be Temp holding the flag directly below Lamagod. Lamagod not able to win that one. Temp's going to drop, though. Seems like Elevate's still trying to put some pressure on, trying to get this flag, keep it alive. It's going to be Slack, able to pull it out towards Elbow. But on the flip side, Havoc doing a nice job on the OA. He's going to pull the flag for this ISO squad. See if he can make anything happen. There's going to be a bunch of players forcing the issue straight through Biolab. He's going to need to wrap this one all the way back around towards green. He's got a player chasing him on the hunt. Great teammate support there. That was Dito, I believe.
Yeah, Havoc was able to play Ring Around the Rosie around that generator right there, and his teammate was able to pick up the kill and keep this flag alive for Team Isolation. And we're trying to get this flag put in, but it is still a bit of a stalemate. He was hoping his teammate had the kill right there, but it did not happen. Challenged, but he's going to come out on top and put the flag in. Isolation goes up in overtime. This stopwatch is going to be intense. Right here, if Isolation wins this map, they win the series, and they win the 5K.
A 2-minute 7 mark set by ISO. We're going to start things off with Slacked from Elevate, having a fantastic game, 30-22. Going to need to really put the pressure on here first, though, see if they can make a flag attempt on the ISO base. Going to just be hanging out in mid-bio. No real action from either team off the start. Seems like it's going to be a very slow-paced game. One player, though, I want to note, it's going to be Dito for ISO is going to force the overextension. He's going to get a flagpole right away.
Yeah, look, Llama got in such a good position, sitting on top of Long. Now he's moving over towards front blue, just killing these players. No one even bothered to challenge him. He was able to get both of those kills, the players that ran right by him. But the flag is out. That's going to be Classic running it through Snow, but an Isolation player is able to get away with it through green, and there's a player right behind him who's able to get the kill. Can he get the return? Yes, he does. Elevate is able to come back and win Isolation is able to win, actually. My mistake. I don't know how to use words. English is difficult.
No, you were right.
Was I? Cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Elevate is able to win this one here.
Oh, no, that...
Yeah, Temp gets the return.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then they... Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep, there you go, Fox. You got it.
Look, trying to correct myself when I wasn't even wrong. Not sure what's going on. But Elevate winning 5-4. So that's going to be a 2-1 lead for Isolation. Elevate's trying to come back into the series. We didn't even predict them to lose the first 2 maps.
Yeah. No, ISO still holds the lead in the series, but Elevate with a fantastic comeback there in OT. Force at game number 4. We'll be bringing you that one right after this quick commercial break.